For years, the market has been waiting for an electric car that combines an affordable price, cutting-edge technology, and that futuristic touch only Tesla knows how to deliver. Now, it seems that moment has finally arrived. The Tesla Model Q has been officially confirmed for launch in the first half of 2025, and what stands out most is the price, $25,000. That's right. It's not a rumor, not a forum theory. It's real. And if you thought a Tesla was a distant luxury, maybe it's time to rethink your plans. Tesla is betting big to dominate the entry-level segment, and the Model Q is the centerpiece of this new game board. What's most impressive about this move is Tesla's focus on urban mobility. Unlike other models, the Model Q comes with a clear proposal to be compact, lightweight, and practical for everyday use in big cities. And this isn't just nice-sounding marketing talk. With a smaller size than the Model 3, it was designed to tackle heavy traffic, tight parking spaces, and the typical challenges faced by those who live in urban centers. Tesla is looking to the future, but with its feet firmly planted in the reality of people who need an electric car that actually works in real life, not just in concept videos. Camouflage prototypes of the Model Q have already been spotted in testing around Giga Texas, and that's making a lot of people restless in a good way. That covered exterior, hidden wheels, disguised headlights, all signs that something big is about to be revealed. It's as if Tesla is playing hide-and-seek with fans, dropping subtle clues to fuel the hype. And the hype, by the way, is sky high. Because this isn't just about a new car. It's a game changer, something that could redefine the idea of affordable within the electric vehicle universe. And those who follow Tesla closely know, Elon Musk doesn't make timid moves. When he said the Model Q would be the most affordable Tesla yet, he wasn't exaggerating. The planned mass production is ambitious, 500,000 units per year. That's not just a statistic. It means this car will be everywhere, on the streets, within reach of many more people. It will no longer be a rarity, but a part of everyday life, like the Beetle in the 60s or the Corolla in the 2000s. The difference is, now the people's car will be electric. It's interesting to see how Tesla's decision comes at a time when many automakers are still hitting the brakes on entry-level EVs. Some have even given up along the way, claiming the technology is still too expensive. But Tesla seems to be doing the opposite. Instead of backing off, they're doubling down, betting that the demand for compact, affordable electric cars will only grow. And if that proves true, the Model Q could be the catalyst for a new wave of global electrification, driven not by luxury, but by accessibility. Now that the launch is confirmed and prototypes are already circulating and testing, what intrigues the public most is the final design of the Model Q. And with good reason. After all, we're talking about Tesla, and when it comes to design, the company never delivers anything ordinary. The Model Q will use a compact version of the Cybertruck platform, which in itself signals a bold proposal. This base will allow not only for a lighter and more efficient structure, but also a more modern and urban aesthetic, which should appeal to both young enthusiasts and families seeking practicality. And most curious part, even though it's smaller, it won't feel simplistic. On the contrary, one of the smartest choices was the use of ultra-lightweight aluminum in the structure. This not only reduces weight, but improves energy efficiency and, of course, makes maneuvering through tight city streets much easier. For those who have struggled with massive SUVs trying to squeeze into a small parking spot, this sounds like music. And there's more. The interior will be customizable, which is rare for a car in this price range. Being able to choose finishes, colors, and even seat types in a $25,000 car, that's a huge advantage and shows Tesla really wants to democratize access to what used to be exclusive. Another detail that's bound to draw attention is the panoramic UV-protected sunroof. A feature once considered a luxury in premium cars will now be present in an entry-level model. This completely transforms the driving experience. Imagine cruising through the city with natural light streaming in, minus the heat. And since Tesla loves combining aesthetics and functionality, this sunroof isn't just pretty. It also helps control the car's internal temperature, reducing air conditioner use and saving battery in the process. Perhaps the most interesting part of the design approach is how Tesla is tailoring versions for different markets. In Europe and Asia, the Model Q will launch as a hatchback, catering to local preferences for compact, practical cars. In the US, it will arrive as a compact SUV with more interior space and a higher driving position, an American favorite. This move shows Tesla is paying attention to regional preferences and wants to meet different lifestyles without compromising the car's identity. And honestly, that flexibility is one of the smartest aspects of the project. In terms of size, the Model Q will be about 15% smaller than the Model 3, but that doesn't mean it will sacrifice comfort. The reduction will be strategic, aiming to optimize interior space while ensuring agility in congested urban environments. And the most surprising part is that this size reduction comes with up to 30% less weight. That lightness will directly impact the vehicle's performance and range, proving that design and engineering are working hand in hand on this project. If the design is already drawing attention, just wait until we get to the battery technology behind the Model Q. This is where things get really interesting. Tesla isn't just recycling old solutions to cut costs. On the contrary, the Model Q will be equipped with next-gen batteries that offer more range, faster charging, and significantly lower costs. We're talking about two main options: a 53 kilowatt-hours LFP battery and a 75 kilowatt-hours one. Both use lithium iron phosphate chemistry, known for its durability, thermal stability, and, of course, much more affordable production. These batteries are a game changer in the industry. The 53 kilowatt-hour version promises up to 310 miles of range, which would already be excellent for most urban drivers. But it gets even more exciting when you look at the technology behind the production of these cells. Tesla is using the new 4680 cells, which are larger and more efficient, with a structural design that reduces internal components. This cuts down weight, increases energy density, and speeds up the assembly process, all of which directly impact the final price of the car. And it doesn't stop there. One of the most anticipated promises is the possible inclusion of solid-state batteries by the end of 2025. This technology is still in its early stages, but according to leaked Tesla documents, there's already a working prototype. What does that mean? A car that can charge up to 80% of its battery in just 9 minutes. That's not just evolution, it's practically magic in the EV world. If this technology is actually implemented in the Model Q, even just in the higher-end versions, we're talking about a whole new level of electric vehicle charging. Now, here's a point few people are talking about, but it's extremely relevant. All this battery revolution is only possible because of Tesla's vertical integration. The company is building its own lithium refinery in Corpus Christi, Texas. This plant will allow Tesla to control everything from raw material extraction to final cell production. The result? A 30% reduction in material costs and the elimination of middlemen who typically drive prices up. It's as if Elon Musk decided to take the wheel of the entire process. And let's be honest, he loves doing that. Beyond production efficiency, there's also the sustainability factor. The new LFP batteries don't use cobalt, a material often criticized for its ethical and environmental extraction concerns. This not only lowers manufacturing costs, but also boosts Tesla's image among more eco-conscious consumers. And that can be a decisive factor at purchase time. especially among younger buyers who are growing up with a much more present environmental mindset. It's another smart move in how Tesla is positioning the Model Q. Now that it's clear how the Model Q will achieve such a competitive price thanks to its new batteries, the next inevitable question is, how will it be produced on such a massive scale? And the answer starts with two words that have already become synonymous with Tesla's revolution: gigacasting. This technique, which seemed like science fiction not long ago, is now at the heart of the production strategy for the new model. Instead of assembling the car from hundreds of welded parts, Tesla simply casts entire sections of the body into a single solid metal block. The result? A much faster, cheaper, and more efficient assembly line. The idea behind gigacasting is simple but powerful. Cut out everything unnecessary. Fewer parts mean fewer steps, fewer machines, fewer errors, and of course, lower costs. While most automakers are still tied to traditional methods that take hours to assemble parts of the chassis, Tesla does it in minutes with its gigantic casting machines. And when it comes to time and money in the automotive industry, every second is worth gold. For the Model Q, this process will be even more refined, with molds specifically designed for compact vehicles. The impact on production is direct. It's estimated that thanks to gigacasting and the shared use of components with the Model 3 and Model Y, the Model Q will cost 40% less to produce than a Model 3. And we're not talking about cutting corners in quality, but about a whole new level of industrial efficiency. This approach allows Tesla to dream big. Up to 45 vehicles per hour coming off the assembly line, compared to the 18 to 22 vehicles per hour of conventional factories. It's as if every production minute yields double. And that kind of speed might be exactly what Tesla needs to meet the expected demand. But the innovation doesn't stop with casting. The Model Q will also debut a new 48V electrical architecture, replacing the traditional 12V system. It might seem like a technical detail, but it changes everything. This new system reduces the number of wires, lowers the vehicle's weight, and increases the efficiency of electronic components. And there's more. With fewer cables, the assembly becomes faster and cheaper. It also makes future maintenance and even upgrades easier, as the car becomes practically a digital platform on wheels. If all this engineering is already impressive on its own, just imagine what happens when you add real artificial intelligence to the steering wheel. That's right, we're talking about the famous full self-driving, or FSD, Tesla's autonomous driving technology. In the case of the Model Q, it won't be included in the base version, but that's exactly the genius of it. Tesla is offering FSD as an optional feature, available by subscription or one-time payment, giving buyers much more flexibility. It's like an extra mode you can unlock when you're ready, without compromising the car's initial affordability. And it's not just any version of FSD. We're talking about FSD V14, trained on more than 10 billion miles of real-world data. This latest version has already shown an almost human-level understanding of its surroundings, successfully navigating through construction zones, handling unpredictable pedestrians, and even making decisions at complex intersections with 98.7% accuracy. That's a massive leap compared to earlier versions. And on the Model Q, this technology will be compatible from the start, thanks to the new AI 4-chip already built into the car. Of course, everything has a cost. Today, the full FSD package costs $15,000 or can be subscribed to for $199 per month in the US, including that the base price of the Model Q would make it no longer affordable. So, Tesla chose to offer this technology as an optional add-on, allowing users to start with the basics and upgrade later if they wish. This freemium model, common in the app world, is now being applied to cars. And honestly, it makes total sense. You buy what you need now, and if your budget allows, you enhance it later. There's also one more thing that's exciting longtime Tesla owners. The company has started allowing FSD license transfers between vehicles. In other words, if someone bought the full FSD package on a Model 3 or Model Y, they can now transfer it to the Model Q, provided they meet Tesla's conditions. This is a huge change because not long ago, if you changed cars, you lost the FSD. Now, it represents a major saving for those who already invested in the system. And yes, the transfer is irreversible. Once completed, the old car reverts to basic autopilot. But perhaps the most fascinating part of this story is what FSD represents within the Model Q context. Imagine an affordable electric car with the potential to drive itself. That completely changes the perceived value. Even if the owner doesn't activate FSD immediately, just knowing it's there, ready to be unlocked, creates a strong sense of futuristic potential. Plus, it boosts the resale value of the vehicle, since the next owner could activate the system. It's as if the car comes with hidden superpowers, just waiting for the right moment to be unleashed. After understanding how FSD can completely transform the experience with a Model Q, the next natural question is, how does Tesla plan to produce all of this on a global scale? And here comes one of the company's biggest aces, their decentralized production strategy, using multiple gigafactories spread around the world. No more relying on a single plant, like automakers used to do in the past. Tesla wants the Model Q rolling off lines from several corners of the planet simultaneously, with maximum efficiency and reduced costs. It's a masterstroke designed to meet what will undoubtedly be an enormous demand. The two main facilities confirmed for the initial production phase are Giga Texas, already known for assembling models like the Cybertruck, and Giga Mexico, a strategic newcomer. Why Mexico? Simple. Lower labor costs, proximity to the U.S. market, and favorable trade agreements. In addition, its geographical location allows for faster and cheaper logistics to both North and South America. This enables Tesla to deliver more cars in less time and at lower shipping costs. It's the kind of decision that shows how much the company thinks about the big picture. But there's more. Strong rumors suggest that Giga Shanghai and future factories in Europe will also produce the Model Q. That's because Tesla has made it clear they want to avoid the classic mistake of exporting everything from one place. Producing near the end consumer means fewer taxes, fewer delays, and more competitive pricing. And if the goal is to sell millions of units per year, this geographic distribution isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. After all, Elon Musk hasn't hidden his ambition to reach 20 million EVs sold annually by 2030. Now think with me. To hit that goal, Tesla needs more than just factories. It needs scale and consistency. And the Model Q is the perfect car for that. Being compact, lightweight, and modular, it requires less physical space to assemble, fewer materials, and less production time. That allows the gigafactories to operate at high-speed cycles. Picture assembly lines pumping out tens of thousands of units per month on multiple continents at once. It's not an exaggeration. It's the plan. And Tesla is executing that plan with surgical precision. Choosing to start with Giga Texas also has symbolic and practical value. It's where the company tests its most advanced technologies, from giga casting to the new assembly robots. And with the Model Q, this plant will serve as both a lab and a launch pad. Everything learned there will be replicated at other factories with regional adaptations. It's as if Giga Texas is the brain of the operation and the other units are the arms. This ensures standardization and quality without giving up the flexibility required for mass production. With global production in full swing and a bold strategy to scale like never before, The Model Q is already shaping up to be a revolutionary promise. But no car, no matter how promising, enters the market without facing fierce competition. And Tesla knows it won't have an easy ride. The affordable electric vehicle segment is heating up. Models like the BYD Dolphin, Volkswagen ID.3, Chevrolet Equinox EV, and new compact EVs from Ford and Honda are all targeting the same audience. Drivers want a modern, reliable electric car at a realistic price. And the Model Q is set to face all of them head-on. What sets Tesla apart in this competitive scenario is the combination of brand, technology, and infrastructure. None of the rivals have anything close to Tesla's supercharger network, spread across thousands of locations worldwide. That alone is a huge advantage for those who want peace of mind when traveling. After all, it doesn't help to have an EV if you're constantly counting the miles to the next charging station. And even though other automakers are scrambling to catch up, Tesla's edge here is still significant. But as not everything is perfect, Tesla also faces its own challenges. One of them is the regulatory environment, especially in the US and Europe. With constant changes in incentive policies and increasing pressure to meet safety and emission standards, any delay in document approvals could push the launch timeline forward. And in this sector, just a few months of delay can cost billions in lost sales. Not to mention rumors that some governments are reconsidering EV subsidies, which could directly impact the final price of the Model Q in certain markets. Another real risk comes from public expectations themselves. With so much hype surrounding the Model Q, there's a danger that any detail deemed too simple or below expectations could cause disappointment. That's something that has already happened with other Tesla launches, where expectations initially outpaced reality. The challenge, therefore, is to balance cost and innovation without letting down those already dreaming of a futuristic $25,000 Tesla. And let's be honest, keeping that balance is practically a high-wire act. Meanwhile, brands like BYD and MG are becoming real threats. With a strong presence in Asia and extremely aggressive pricing, they've been gaining ground in markets where Tesla hasn't yet solidified its dominance. And the truth is, these cars are evolving quickly in both technology and design. In countries like India, Thailand, and even China itself, Tesla will have to work hard to justify its price, even for an entry-level model.